Joining me now, who's someone who's been all over this issue, Senator Marco Rubio, Vice Chair of the Intel Committee and a senior member of the Foreign Relations Committee. Senator, given Hunter's well-documented business connections to China, he received an enormous amount of money from that Chinese energy interest, and the fact that Biden has been tied to some of those transactions, is it fair to at least ask the question, do any of our dealings, including this one with China, need to be scrutinized further given these conflicts?
Well, I think we need to follow those roads wherever they take us. And if, in fact, it can be proven or at least shown that any of those business dealings in return are now influencing policy, we would want to know about that. Everybody deserves to know about it. I think that would be criminal if that were the case. But what's pretty clear is Hunter Biden made a lot of money for a guy that has no qualifications. I mean, just common sense tells you, you don't pay people the amount of money he made, not just from China, from Ukraine, gifts from even from Russians, all this kind of thing for a guy that's completely unqualified to get that kind of money. And then the way the money was distributed through a series of Byzantine shell companies under the name of, in some cases, kids that were barely adults or in some cases minors. I mean, if there was an R next to the Biden name, this would be the #1 story in America. But instead, they've tried as long as, probably up until today, to keep all this under the rug and not really focus on it. I think it's going to be hard after today for the media not to focus on it, because now there was a court hearing, now there was a judge, now there was a plea deal that was rejected because of how outrageous it was, and now there was mention of other ancillary investigations alongside this one. So I just ask people to be fair about this. Think about it for a moment. If the Biden name had an R next to its name, a Republican, where we would be today on the story, it would be the dominant story in America. There'd be Netflix documentaries about it already.
Right. They would already have the chyrons and the special graphics packages done, Senator. But just back to policy, whether it's our policy in Ukraine, where just a few years ago, Joe Biden was claiming that Donald Trump had side business deals in Ukraine. He was actually speculating on that a few years ago, projecting perhaps what was going on with his own family, because Hunter Biden was getting a lot of money from Ukrainian interests. That's documented by the House actions. So meanwhile, we're obviously in a proxy war right now in Ukraine, and China policy, all of it is called into question. I mean, you have financial benefits going to the Biden family from these business interests. They're going to the Biden family.
Well, I think more than just...
And we're supposed to just say, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, so I think more than just I think sometimes people would think to themselves, well, they paid him all this money, so now in return you're going to do something nice for them. I think we need to think about what other information. I mean, if you've paid Hunter Biden all this money, whether you're a Chinese company or a Ukrainian company, this is compromising information. This is the kind of thing that you could back channel. Hey, we're going to release this stuff if you push too hard or you don't do what we want you to do in policy front. I mean, understand, when you do deals with these people have, like whatever Ukrainian business interest Hunter Biden was involved in, these people have documents. They've got more information than we have right now, and I'm sure they've threatened, if that's the case, to provide it publicly and create real problems for the president. That's a tremendous amount of leverage to have over a political figure. That's why things like this have to be revealed.
And Senator, talk.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.